Well, today I'm Sue, and this is Fireside Chat. Thank you for being with me this evening. I just wanted to talk a little bit about AI. So I'm just getting interested in it, and I'll definitely have things like graphics and things for you to look at in like the next few days. But just right now, I just wanted to kind of talk about it and kind of see like what is kind of being presented kind of in the market. If you go on Instagram or Facebook, you will already get asked, to go on these different AI programs. They have, classes and things like that. Some people have like a paid program that you can start learning about it because I really feel that it can help us. Like the internet can be helpful and harmful, but I don't know, we just think about the positive aspects, right? So I just want to learn about what it can do and how it can apply to make people's lives easier. And I think that for people that are creative, it can free you up to be more creative because the tedious jobs of like editing and script writing and podcast writing and things like that, you don't have to really do anymore. You could just engineer incredibly detailed, amazing prompts, and AI can learn how you speak, how you think, can learn all of everything you've ever done. You could literally, in a sense, download your wisdom into a GPT, and that would that would then know what you know. Um, Kind of fascinating to think about that because if you were like, say, a psychiatrist and you had 20 or 30 years of consulting practice and research, your whole body of work, you could download, upload into AI, like into your own GPT, and then ask it questions. So I know that there was someone, he was talking about that he was building his own AI and he kind of would forget what he did many years ago. And so he asked his AI, "What did I say in this situation?" And his AI was able to give him exactly what he said many years ago. And it's useful because if say you're writing a book, you could ask your AI, what is my theory on this, or how have I spoken about that? And the AI would give you what you used, what you had in your memory and your history. And so it draws upon your knowledge and your experience, and it can answer questions in a sense as you. But I always feel that, there always has to be kind of a human in the loop where you want to have someone, kind of like fact checking and making sure that the AI doesn't go off on tangents, that it doesn't have anything immoral or kind of negative or unsafe in its output. Generally, if you have your own GPT, then it's going to just have, your own perspective, your own wisdom and writing, and, you're literally training your own AI in how to be like you, right? So I think that's kind of an interesting spin on things. And I think that that's possible for all of us to have our own GPT, and then it can do some marketing tasks for you because it writes in your voice. It can speak with your words, things you've said, or things that research that you've uploaded. And so it's really amazing. I think that'd be fun to test it out, to see what it can do, what it knows, and to kind of, the more you train it, right, the better it knows you. And it can go back years. So I think that's kind of exciting. Um, so when we talk about AI, kind of very beginning level, which is where I am, AI refers to computer systems or machines that are designed to perform tasks that would otherwise require human intelligence. Through techniques like machine learning and natural language processing, AI can analyze data, recognize patterns, and make predictions or recommendations. For marketers, in particular, AI unlocks exciting new capabilities. AI can interpret customer data to identify trends and segments. It can generate personalized recommendations and tailor content for each user, each individual user. And the user can interact with AI and fine tune, answer questions, and ask about different, use cases and things like that. And the AI can continue to produce output that you can use in marketing, content marketing. So, yeah, it's amazing. AI chatbots are revolutionizing customer service and sales interactions, and AI enables hyper targeted digital advertising by crunching huge data sets in real time. AI has actually written the MCAT, which is a medical school entry exam. It has written the LSAT to get into law school. It has written Stanford exams, Harvard, MIT. It has passed all of those exams. And so it's incredible, the repercussions of that. Incredible. So, yeah, it's amazing. It's passing all these tests. I can imagine if it played chess against a master, that would be interesting to watch. But the marketing AI applications are truly endless. Even though it's a very new kind of development, they really just released Chat GPT 3 in November 2023 and already came out with the Chat GPT 4 version. I think in a few months. It was incredible. And Chat GPT 4 is so much more in depth, more natural sounding, and has all of knowledge up until 2020. I know it's after 2021. So I think it would be all the way up until it was released, really. Um, AI algorithms, they kind of trawl social media, listening to brand mentions. AI optimizes search engines for SEO, and AI even creates original content, designs, and creatives, which frees up marketers' time. So if you're a creative, I don't want you to worry about AI taking your job, because what AI will do is they will just take over the boring parts of your job, and it will free you up to create with time and space that you never had before. AI is not magic. It requires careful planning and training and data sets to train the algorithms correctly. Marketers must still ask the right questions and interpret the insights generated by AI. And AI should enhance human skills, not replace them entirely. By embracing AI, marketers can make data driven decisions faster, get granular insights about customers, automate repetitive tasks, and generate novel ideas. AI represents an exciting frontier for marketing. Here are some tips for beginners on writing effective prompts, because I say it's all about the prompts in AI for marketing purposes. So we can get clear on your goal first. Is it to grab attention, educate, drive an action? Define this before crafting the prompt. Speak directly to your target audience. Use language and terminology they relate to. Avoid overly formal or generic wording. Ask open ended questions to spark thought and discussion versus closed questions with yes or no answers. Use clear, concise wording that is easy to grasp at a glance. Avoid lengthy or overly clever prompts. Include emotional hooks when appropriate to connect with people on a personal level. Craft a headline or first sentence that summarizes the essence of your prompt. Consider using numbered or bulleted lists for prompts that have multiple parts or steps. Test prompts with others who match your target audience. Ask what they took away and adjust accordingly. It's always good to get feedback. Examine prompts used by leading companies in your industry for inspiration, but create your own unique voice. Iteratively, how can I say that word? Iteratively improve prompts over time based on performance data and audience feedback. The key is knowing your audience and what motivates them. Start by testing a variety of prompt styles and lengths to see what resonates. With practice, you'll hone your promotional prompt writing skills. So, when I mentioned before that if you feed, in a sense, if you kind of upload a body of work information about a brand or a company, you can tell it about all of your products, you can give it technical information, you can give it marketing data from, the past or current marketing data. And so it can give it some context, give the AI an understanding of the brand's industry, products, services in detail, mission, voice, personality, positioning, so it can it can align its language and style. AI is more accurate with details on offerings, operations, policies, facts, data. The AI can avoid generating incorrect or contradictory information. You always, of course, have to have people who know very much about the product and maybe subject matter experts who can read the copy that the AI is generating before it gets released to anyone, because you want to make sure that it's correct and true and that it does align with the brand voice. AI also enables personalization. So if you know your customer demographics, their personas, their preferences, and pain points, that allows the AI to craft tailor resonant messaging. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. It also informs your tone. Understanding a brand's voice and values allows AI to adopt the appropriate tone, whether it's formal or casual or humorous. Also, it's good to expand your content variety. So, details on campaigns, initiatives, experiences will give the AI more jumping off points to produce wide ranging content. And also, AI, can be given constraints so that boundaries on off limit topics or incorrect product claims constrain the AI to safe, approved content domains. Essentially, the AI depends on being immersed in details of the brand in order to mimic its essence. Like a human copywriter, the more reference material the AI has access to, the better it can align its output to the brand's sensibilities. Training data breadth and depth is key to ensuring on brand relevant AI content generation. So, how does AI kind of like cull demographics, psychographics of a brand? So AI can predict demographics and psychographics of an ideal customer for a business in a few key ways. One of them is data mining. AI systems can analyze a company's existing customer data to identify common demographic traits like age, gender, income level, location, family size, and so on. AI can also do social listening, so monitoring social media conversations allows AI to gather demographic and interest data on people already engaged and engaging with or mentioning a company online. AI can do amazing market research. It can synthesize, survey, and focus group data to paint a demographic and psychographic profile of a company's customer base. AI can do segmentation modeling. Unlike using machine learning, AI can cluster existing customers into microsegments with common behaviors, motivations, and interests. AI can use predictive analytics by learning trends in a company's existing customer base. AI can forecast which new demographics and personality traits are likely to convert at higher rates. AI also does content optimization, so based on psychographic data, AI can test and refine marketing content tailored to personality types most likely to engage. And AI is really good at campaign targeting. They enable hyper targeted digital ad campaigns focused on reaching lookalike audiences. So, people who have the same traits as, in a sense, a kind of a group, a population that you already know about. You can ask, just like in Facebook, you can say to Facebook, I want this age, I want these people, I want people who like dogs or people who are interested in makeup. And then it will find people who you don't know, who don't know you, which have those traits, and then go find them in everywhere, and then kind of assemble and bring them to you, and then put them in front of an ad or marketing that you have. So, with the right data inputs and training, AI driven customer profiling can uncover surprisingly accurate details about a business's dream customers, right down to their hobbies, values, and communication preferences. So, inside of ChatGPT 4, there's a kind of an application. It's called DAL-E, and that's spelled DALL-E. And it can come up with an image of your ideal customer. Some people call that a persona or like an avatar. So, DALL-E is an AI system created by Anthropic that can generate images from text descriptions. So here's an overview of how DALL-E could create an image for a persona if provided with descriptive details. So DALL-E would be given a text description of the persona, including demographics, traits, appearance, personality, interests, habits, goals, pains, motivations. This provides context. So then DALL-E would process the text using natural language processing to extract key descriptive words and semantic relationships that define the persona. And then DALL-E can pull visual concepts related to the descriptive terms from its training database, built by analyzing millions of captioned images. So then what DALL-E does is it looks at the composition based on the significant traits and the concepts extracted. DALL-E would compose a custom image that incorporates appropriate scenery, objects, poses, facial expressions, and other details to match the persona description generation. So then, leveraging its deep learning neural networks, DALL-E generates pixel data to create a completely original image aligning to the persona traits provided. And then you can refine this image. DALL-E continues adjusting the image to ensure consistency with the source description, including making edits based on feedback if the initial image is not quite right, if it's inaccurate. The end result is a tailored image that visualizes the essence of the detailed persona, translating text into realistic visuals informed by DALL-E's training. With the right prompts, AI image generation can bring a persona to life. So I know of an example when I saw, his name is Chris Winfield. He teaches AI along with Jen Gottlieb, and they travel all over and they have thousands of clients who take their training. And so I was watching him one day. He put in a couple of different descriptors of a persona. And he used an example of artisan cheese. So he would say, I wonder, if I were to look at the demographics, the information that this brand has, then DALL-E, not just DALL-E, but also ChatGPT 4 would come up with what age is this person? Are they male or female? Do they have, are they educated? Do they live in the city or are they in the country? What kinds of things do they watch on TV? What podcasts do they listen to? What do they do for a living? Do they have children? What kind of car do they drive or do they take transit? And they came up with an ideal customer. And it even, DALL-E then made an image of what the person looked like. So it was a female. It was a person who likes to go to yoga once or twice a week and listens to inspirational, motivational podcasts, who has a job where she gets paid $60,000 a year, lives in the city, and doesn't have children, is married, and has these different, is interest in cooking with different kinds of foods. And so she's discovered this very unique cheese and likes to use it in cooking. And so you can learn so much about who is interested in your product if you give AI a lot of data. So even if you don't have very much data, you could still come up with some kind of an idea of what to, in a sense, tell DALL-E to create. And once you have like an image of that persona, you can put it beside your computer. And every time you're thinking about doing marketing and writing content and shooting film and everything that you're doing to speak to that person, remember there's thousands of people who are like that person who also like to use a special kind of cheese in their cooking and in their entertaining. They like to use these charcuterie boards and they love to buy this special cheese. And so you're not really missing out by niching down to speak to a certain type of customer. There's always many people, many people who also like those podcasts and have a job that's similar and who has a relationship like that and that would respond to marketing. So it's kind of interesting, like in marketing, we have to change our mindsets a little bit and think, like I can just focus on this customer and I will have people who are interested. And so you can do testing and say, I'm going to try this next, campaign is going to be, I'm going to promote an event at the store that sells cheeses, and I'm going to have it look like this. I'm going to have these elements that I think that this persona would respond to, and then I would market to that demographic. And if you want to reach your existing customers, that's awesome. But if you want to have like new customers, um, then you can sort of do look-alike, kind of like where you can sort of like just find new clients, new customers who don't know about your store yet, because it's great to always have new customers coming in the door, right? So I just want to thank you for spending time with me. It's been such a pleasure. Just learning a little bit about AI, and I really like sharing it with you because it's a really good idea to kind of just have a little gentle introduction to AI, and not to be kind of afraid and not to worry. But let's see what it can do, right? Let's see how it can help us, and how can we gently learn about it without being afraid. So it's been a pleasure spending time with you. Thank you. And we'll talk again soon, and have a nice evening.